I
Please,
think
Brian.
with Luna, it lost like 80 billion of market cap. And somebody estimated that the most a risk arb player made was maybe 800 million. So, maybe 1% of that was made by someone and the rest was just lost by the market. And it'll be years probably for us to clean it all up, right? And restore confidence. So I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, I guess this is an evolution of these markets, like you said. I mean, this is them getting bigger, more players coming in. It is a free market at the end of the day, right? So people are allowed to buy
Yeah.
and sell without regulation 24/7. And I guess this is a learning process on the market. Look, I know you said you didn't want to name names, but I'm just going to ask you one more time because you did call out Alameda Research, and Sam Bankman-Fried wrote back and said, calling your tweet an obvious bullshit conspiracy theory when you said, get your popcorn ready, Alameda Research manipulates Wave's price. They've also been suggested that they bought BlockFi on the cheap after all of that stuff came down as well, and that they were kind of it was suspicious that they profited so well from these moves. Final thoughts on that before I move on to some other topics. A lot of people in the crypto community look at them as being very opportunistic here. Is that what happened?
Yeah, basically, Sam wants to make as much money as he can. This is his goal. Okay, it's probably good for him. But I don't have that goal. And a lot of people in crypto don't have that goal either. So it's not about like making tons of money for me and for a lot of people I know in crypto. So I would like to bring value in some other way. For Sam, it's just about money. I wish him well, but it's just probably we should like be in separate worlds. He should have his own crypto, and we should have our own crypto. And they shouldn't overlap. That would be perfect. I would be happy if he would become like the richest man in the world, like richer than Elon Musk. I wouldn't be like it would be good, but it's just some other type of crypto. So probably it would be good if it would be just completely separate from like the true crypto. It might sound a little bit maybe like I don't know, it might strange, but it would be really good, because the idea here is what Sam doesn't do any good, doesn't bring any value to the technology. So this is a problem. So he developed Solana. Solana is like it's an interesting approach. It has its drawbacks, obvious drawbacks, but I'm not sure that he's going to be investing a lot in technology itself. So his goal is to make as much money as possible. Good for him, but it's not good for crypto.
Right. You're happy if he has his fun as long as he doesn't wreck your playground is what you kind of want.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And it's kind of strange though, because ultimately it's his playground too. I mean, if he's in crypto space, whether it's Solana or whether it's in FTX or whether it's in Alameda Research, I mean, ultimately, he ultimately benefits when there's an ecosystem that still functions as well, right? Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.
Yeah, true. But here, what he uses very centralized services. Solana is quite centralized as well. So probably if we could create a totally decentralized, completely decentralized infrastructure, also for derivatives trading, it wouldn't be too easy for actors like Sam to work in this market. It will become harder for them. So and also For example, what happened with Luna? What happened with Luna actually? So, for example, there was a lot of like curve manipulation on curve.fi. People voted for Luna pools, and this is like some kind of like abuse of governance. And there is this like simple token governance. It's so-called simple token governance when your votes are determined by the amount of tokens you have. And it's very simple. It's too basic to really work. So basically, you can bribe people to vote for your pool. So it's kind of crazy. It's not working in the real world because it's called bribes. In DeFi, it's also called bribes. So in the real world, it's some kind of a crime, but in DeFi, it's fine still. But you understand that it can't last. Because when you call something a bribe, and it is a bribe because you basically pay people to vote for your pool. There's too much room for manipulation here. So probably it won't last. I don't think we should like ban it or introduce some kind of regulation. It should be done on like governance level. So we could create a more complicated DAOs, more complicated governance, not simple token governance, but like advanced token governance. When, for example, if you vote for a pool that has some issues, has to be like terminated or liquidated in future, you lose the tokens you voted with. So basically you have to stake your tokens, you vote with them, but if something goes wrong, you just lose them. So it's some kind of like governance with slashing. This is what we're doing now. We're launching a DAO now, like a DAO platform, and there is going to be a new type of governance when you have some kind of like skin in the game. So if you are making good decisions, you're being rewarded. If you're making bad decisions, you're being slashed basically. So your tokens are being like taken away from you. We have to create those like new governance models, and they could work not only in crypto, they could be used maybe like in the real world as well, because we have a lot of problems with governance in the real world, as you can see, because all those problems that we face now are because of like poor governance, in my opinion, in a lot of like parts of the world. So basically,